Let's just look at the latest polls that you're just talking about, and I would like to bring in Veera and Shrija also on that, because two new polls have just come in at 8 o'clock. That's the Axis India Today poll and the Chanakya poll have both come in. Now, let's just look specifically at those two, because those are interesting, because they've actually taken much more of a gamble than the earlier exit polls, which have played it much safer. So, Veera, just come in on that, because these two polls giving quite a different picture from what the polls were just about 10 minutes ago.
That's right. I think there were several polls which were sort of hedging their bets. This seems to be a little more in terms of taking a stand on it. And if it's 140, as the Axis India poll is predicting, Sonia, this would mean after 1999, that's the kind of victory the Congress has not had. The upper limit for it. Of course, the lower limit at 122, as Ankit pointed out, 10 over the mark. The Congress, as far as the Congress is concerned, anything below 120 would be an extreme disappointment for the party, at least within that. So overall, the trend seems to be predicting the Congress to be the single largest party. 4 of them predicting Congress to be closer to the 112 or crossing the 112 mark, but also not ruling out the possibility that at the lower end, it could become a hung verdict. Sonia, I think that's the way perhaps one gets the impression of these exit polls as we see them all together.
Shrija, if we see Mallikarjun Kharge on rally after rally, he's told voters that you have to give the Congress above 120, because if it's a close fight, we don't know which way the verdict will actually go. So they're asking for that. But on the ground, where we're seeing that other exit polls showing that the JDS also emerging as a possible kingmaker. So the calculators and the phone calls happening right now. What are you hearing from the different camps?
Well, yes, that always was a worry and, a fretting thing to say to the least, because we did not really want a hung assembly, but Karnataka really has that history. But of course, there are sources within, the Congress also telling us within the party that there are a few of them dialing their numbers already to some of the JDS leaders, because they already know it's going to be a hung assembly. So they need to keep a few of their, leaders ready so that they can poach them, especially from the JDS directly to the Congress, if the Congress want to really just remain as the single largest party, if they clearly do not really want even a merger with the JDS. This is what we understand, because as you see, since the last 2 to 3 terms, we have seen the numbers, as far as the JDS is concerned, the numbers have shrunk. So to which we understand the negotiation has also slightly come down. But the sources within the Congress telling us that already there are certain leaders who are looking at some of the JDS ones to actually poach them and bring them to their fold to ensure that they can stay ahead of the BJP, where we're looking
Shrija,
right
that
now
point you're making is very interesting, because Ankit, already you've got various war rooms or various observers pointing out, will it be Operation Kamal versus Operation DK? Because Karnataka is one of the few states where the Congress has somebody who can perhaps be a match for the BJP heavyweights.
Well, DK Shivkumar has proven for the Congress party time and again, just not in Karnataka but outside as well, that he has the firepower, the will, in fact, to fight the BJP at its own tactics. Remember, DK Shivkumar came to the prominence as far as the national politics is concerned when he went to Ahmedabad for that Rajya Sabha election of late Ahmed Patel, and that's the time when he got the prominence as the big election manager. I also remember when a similar kind of thing was happening as far as Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra is concerned. It was DK Shivkumar who went outside, stood outside those resorts and tried to woo the MLAs back. So he's seen somebody, those scenes of DK Shivkumar, even when his own government was in danger. The man standing outside in Karnataka Assembly, getting one by one each MLA inside. He has emerged as the Chanakya as far as the Congress party is concerned. And that's what in Karnataka is different from any other state. There is somebody who can take on the BJP on their very tactics, both with the financial power and also the electoral mathematics.
But Veera Raghav, just that point, because of course for the BJP, what they're clinching as the game changer, or their claim is the game changer, really that Prime Minister's campaigning those last 2 days, especially the road shows in Bengaluru, the Prime Minister's focus on the old Mysuru region, which of course is a stronghold for the Devegowda and Kumaraswamy. So how much the Prime Minister Amit Shah, JP Nadda and Yedurappa, how they have come together, will that get the final lap for the BJP, with some exit polls showing it as really a cliffhanger, very close fight?
Well, if these polls hold, Sonia, and if these polls hold on the 13th of May, the BJP would believe that that's what turned the narrative, because they started off they started off on a very weak footing. I thought most observers believed that the Congress had an edge from the start. Perhaps that's what turned it, is the way the BJP would like to see it. But given all this, Sonia, you posed that question on DK Shivkumar to Ankit. Yes, Ankit's right that DK Shivkumar has been the Congress's troubleshooter. But if the numbers go anywhere below 120, I think it would become very difficult for the Congress to form a stable government in Karnataka. I think it's not 112 that they were looking at, which is why they kept reiterating going beyond 120, given the nature of the state. So I think that's really why this kind of a margin or these kind of numbers could be worrying for the Congress, given that majority of the exit polls seem to be keeping them below the 120 mark. Some much well below the 112 mark as well, though of course one of them predicting up to 140 for them.